What's going on, guys? Big D here, and welcome back. Today I'm bringing you a war recap from my clan, Knights of Zion versus Latinos. We played our A game this war. We came out here swinging, and we ended up with 6 3 stars. It was a 15v15 war, all Town Hall 13s in both lineups. Unfortunately for Latinos, they only doubled every one of our bases. They came out and just could not triple our bases. So let me go to the war map here. As you can see, like I said, they have 30 stars. There were 15 on each side. They actually missed 2 attacks. That's unfortunate for them that they had people that didn't attack. I hate it when that happens in our clan, so I feel for them. I really do. But like I said, they doubled every single one of our bases, just could not pull out a triple. But for us, we tripled their 1, 5, and 12, 13, 14, and 15. So their bottom 4, and then 1 and 5, we tripled all of them. And I personally 6-packed in this war. So I'm going to start us off with my first attack, which was on number 1. I'm number 9 in our lineup. Don't be fooled by that number 9. I am maxed for Town Hall 13. So that number is a little bit fictitious. So let's go in here, start this replay. Now, I'm going to pause it just so I can kind of give you my plan before we get in here. So this base looked really funny. It had a lot of split value Inferno at the bottom, over on the right, up at the top, and then the Town Hall in the center with the Eagle over here and a Scattershot on top and bottom of that Town Hall, and the Clan Castle over on this left side. So it was very split up and very sectioned. So my first thought was hybrid, and here is why. I knew that if I could get this Clan Castle taken care of, which I was going to do with my queen charge. So I was going to start my queen charge over on this side here and try to run my queen into the clan castle, so in this way, but come through here and so she could step up this way. Now, I didn't want her to step in here against all these X-bows and everything else. I just needed her to get right over here to this wizard tower, and then I was going to drop my ice golem into here. You can see I have an ice golem in the comp to distract this single target inferno. Then I drop my royal champion in there. She takes all of this out, does some damage to this scatter shot, may even take that out, I believe. And then I was going to start a barracks over here with the king on this side as well, because I needed this arch tower to go down so the hogs out of my barracks could pass straight in here and have no choice but to come in toward this town hall and then start my hybrid right in here where this king is, and they would have a clear path straight to the town hall, ending up here on this single target inferno. So let's go ahead and start the replay. There we go, Coco Loon, another Coco Loon, making sure we testing for Sams out here. And so I started my queen right here on this camp, so because I knew she was going to go up to the top camp and then have to redirect down low. Starting the baby dragon to help her funnel, and then another Coco Loon to make sure I'm not losing a healer here. And actually, the baby dragon acted as a Coco Loon in itself. It took a Sam, and it was going to die out anyway, so no problem. Hound comes out of the clan castle with an ice golem. I'm contending with that grand warden as well, and it does a lot of damage. It's very slow firing, but that shot does a lot of damage, and eventually I do have to rage my queen, but I hold off as long as I can and then drop the poison for this hound. Now, the trick to the poison on a hound when you're doing a queen charge or queen walk is you want to drop it right on top of the queen, pretty centered, because when that hound pops, everything is going to come back in. Those pups are going to come back in and converge right around the queen. And I misplaced my poison just slightly. I missed about 3 or 4 pups. Not bad, though. I got it almost perfect. So my queen's going to take out this collector and then head south just like I wanted her to. Then I started my ice golem down here and sent in the royal champion. I do have to invest a freeze as well, so my royal champion does not have to use her ability quite yet. She's moving in, taking out all the defenses I was hoping she'd take out to get this section cleaned up. Queen is having a little bit of trouble with this scatter shot, the X-bow, and the cannons firing on her, so I do invest another rage on her. And then I froze the scatter shot so I did not lose my queen, getting her healed back up, and then popping my royal champion ability here soon to make sure this scatter shot does go down and my queen does not get taken out by it. Sweeper also going down helps her because the healers won't get pushed back. I started some cleanup down here to keep my funnel going, and then my barracks and king come out on this top right side. Hogs already coming out of that barracks, and my hybrid is starting right into this bomb tower. Hogs have no choice but to path in here because that arch tower went down, as I said, and no choice but to head right on in toward the town hall. The town hall is already active. I'm already past 52%. I went ahead and healed and then raged into this to get everything pushing through. I needed them to get in quick So my warden could step up and pop the ability right for the town hall. I get everything inside that warden ability. A lot of hogs and a lot of miners stay up. Now my hogs are a little bit low, and I actually missed this heal just a little bit at the end here. And I could have saved a few more hogs and crushed this base even further had I dropped this heal just a little bit over to the left toward the arch tower. But fortunately, I had a lot of miners left over, not much base left. Healers still up and some cleanup going. About 5 or 6 wizards over here as well. We're just going to clean up this base very easy. It was a great triple and a great base to use hybrid on. And that's going to be for the triple right there. About 15 miners left. That's about what I have in my comp. So I had just about every miner left in the end. And that was for the triple for Knights of Zion. Moving into the next attack I'm going to show you guys is going to be on number 5. It comes in from Hoosier. Hoosier is a very solid attacker for us here at Knights of Zion. He does a lot of work, and he can pull in triples if you give him the chance, especially if you can give him a good scout. He can usually pull out the triple on a lot of different strategies. Let's go on in here, and he is using a Queen Charge hybrid as well on this base. Now, Hoosier is actually his not his main account. It is a Town Hall 13, but he has 2 Town Hall 13s. His main is Hoosier Daddy. So Hoosier's not even as maxed as Hoosier Daddy, his number 1, who is actually our number 1, I believe, in our wars. So he starts his Electro Dragon over here at 9 o'clock, doing some funneling. Drops the King as well at about 11 o'clock, and then the Queen as well. So King's going to funnel out this side. He's going to head on up to 12 o'clock, and that way he's not going to take the Queen's healers. Goes ahead and pops the healers and starts a test wall breaker. Does pull a bomb, and then he's going to drop some more wall breakers to get her in here towards the town hall. Drops an early rage because she is getting fired on quite a bit. Now, he didn't need a double layer break here. That's not what he was going for. He almost got it, but that's not what he was going for. He just needed to get right into this compartment to make sure this town hall went down to the Queen. Let's see, he has a barracks right now. Yes, so he doesn't need a Yeti bomb into a blimp because he was going straight at that town hall with the Queen Charge. So let's see, I imagine his barracks could come down somewhere right along here, but I guess it just depends on where the Queen goes. So they have another Hound and Ice Golem, just like in my attack. Yeah, so the barracks does come down just where I thought it would, and he's going to poison right over the Queen, as I said. And if you do that, typically you can get all of the pups to die off. He missed his poison just slightly, just a tiny bit off. So 4 or 5 pups were missed, but it's okay. The Queen's still alive, still has her ability, and he started his hybrid around 12 o'clock as well. Early heal for that scatter shot. Scatter shot is going to go down. They're going to pass straight into the Eagle artillery. Now, the plus side of taking down the town hall with the Queen is you can use your warden ability anywhere. For the Eagle shots, for giant bombs, scatter shots, whatever you want to do, you can use that ability for. So late hogs coming in from that barracks there up top. And this base is looking really crushed right now. He has a heal and another freeze to go. No scatter shots left, just 2 wizard towers to go as far as splash damage goes, and then some single target inferno, and then some point defenses. Oh, there's a bomb tower over here as well. But the Queen can reach that, and she does have her ability still. Hogs moving through and miners coming in behind to clean up the trash on the outside, keep everything tight into the core. Now that single inferno I thought was gonna be the death of this attack, but look at this one miner trying to take it out, but it does get burned down. It has 1 HP. Hog moves on in and gets flung. So this is where I thought the attack could have gone south, but he has too much up. He had the Queen ability still. He had miners. He had a hog moving in there, and the world champion gets it done. And then all he has to do is clean up this clan castle for the triple with hybrid. So great attack. Nice job, Hoosier, pulling in the triple there. And I'm going to be right back, and I have to go find the other base I was going to show you guys. All right, we're back for another triple here from Catfish. Catfish is a new recruit of ours. He is a trialist here in Knights of Zion, and he came out swinging in one of his first wars right here with it. I thought, I wasn't going to show this attack because I originally thought this attack was going to fail as I watched it live, but he got it done. I cannot believe it. I'm going to be honest. 4 ice golems and 17 witches. I thought this was going to be a spam strategy and he was going to lose it, but it was crazy how well it worked. So let's go ahead and go in here. He has a quad quake, a jump, 2 heals, and a rage. I thought it was a little bit of an odd composition of spells for sure, but I'm telling you, he got it done and it was wild. So one scatter shot is on the outside here. It's only protected by 1 layer of walls. Guys, don't do that with your scatter shots. Your scatter shots are very important, and having them on the outside like that, as trolly as you want to say it is, when this strategy does what it did to this base, you'll understand. So 2 ice golems coming in, and then another 2 on the outside, a few witches to funnel on the corners, and then he sends in all the rest of the witches down the center. Barracks coming out, so P.E.K.K.A. and Wizards is going to run through the core, and then whatever comes out of that barracks as well is going to run into the core. Early Warden ability, I'm not sure why, but I guess he wanted to make sure everything stayed alive through the scatter shot. So one scatter shot goes down, the second one goes down, and everything's pushing through to the core. A million skeletons and witches just running rampant through the base because of all these little junctions here. It's just a wide open base as soon as he opened up that core with the quad quake he used, and then everything else can just be reached through these channels on the side. So the witches are making it through, and at this point I thought, okay, he had a safe double and that's about all he was going to get. He missed this jump just a little bit. Oh, Hogs came out of the barracks this time. Okay, so Hogs helping clean up through the base here. He does have 1 heal left. He's going to heal over the Wizard Tower for the Hogs. Now, like I said, at this point in the raid, I was just assuming he was going to fail. It was not going to triple, but he was going to get a pretty high percentage 2-star. But, look, I looked down here, and there was just an army of skeletons and like 9 witches just going in. And still, I thought he was not going to make it, but there was just too many skeletons for even the splash damage to take care of, and then the witches can reach over the walls and take care of everything else. Warden still supporting them, doing quite a bit of damage to all these defenses as well. And there was just nothing to stop this massive group of skeletons and witches. And like I said, the Grand Warden still reaching over walls, doing a ton of damage while everything is distracted. And these witches did not die off to this Wizard Tower, and here we go, just get a few shots off, and it was really close. These witches needed like 1 or 2 shots to die, but he got it done with this massive group of witches in here, taking out this Expo for the triple. Now, I do have one more attack to show you guys, and it's from yours truly. Like I said, I did 6-pack in this war, 13v13. Now, the second attack, I had 2 scouts to go off of. One of them did a queen charge into a portion of the base, and the other did an electron into that same portion of the base. And I took both of them into account and decided to do something similar to the electron, except I didn't invest as much into it, and I changed the whole second part of his strategy. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys, here we go. The last attack of the episode. My attack on their number 14. Now, one of the guys queen charged into this compartment. They got a double layer break right into here, and they broke in. The queen broke into this compartment and took down the eagle. I don't believe she made it all the way through to this side, but you know, I thought initially, let me just electron into this, and someone did electron. They used 2 clone spells and I believe a rage and took out most of this. I decided to go with 2 clone spells, but no rage at all, no other support for the electron. So let's go ahead and start it up, and let's see, there we go. The Coco Loon comes down, and then I'm going to send in the blimp right behind that Coco Loon as soon as it starts taking damage. And here comes the blimp, headed in, and it did not take the SAM because it was pulled by that balloon. Double clone comes down, and I pop the blimp, and a ton of balloons come out, and they distract this single. The single goes down, and then the Electro Dragon is about to start getting roasted by this air defense, and it gets some shots off on the eagle, so I decided to freeze the air defense and the multi and also the Wizard Towers to make sure that this Eagle Artillery was going to go down, and it got a bounce onto the air defense, which took that down as well. Balloons coming in, going to get taken out by all the splash damage. I dropped the dragon down here to make sure my funnel was going well. King and Queen over on the 9 o'clock corner to make sure that was funneled out, and then I dropped my Royal Champion because there was nothing in this compartment left that was going to stop her. Just an air defense and some splash damage, nothing too much, nothing she could not handle. So a lot of this base is already crushed, just some cleanup. I'd say about 55% of the base was already taken out if you account for the fact that all this trash was now free. Starting my dragons on this left side right behind where the heroes went in, and I sent another dragon up here to make sure that was all funneled out. Balloons pushing in ahead. Unfortunately, I lose a lot of my balloons before they do much of anything. I freeze this clan castle to make sure it does go down. I did not bring a poison. I did not think it necessary. All my balloons died off, but I still have every one of my dragons up besides the one I sent in up here. So 9 dragons still alive, an Electro Dragon still alive. King still popping his ability right there just to push past and make sure my dragons go into the core. Rage into that Town Hall and then pop that Grand Warden's ability. Town Hall goes down inside the ability. All my dragons staying nice and safe. And the scatter shot's about to go down as well, and that's going to be the last thing that my dragons need to worry about. A few Teslas a Grand Warden Altar, and that is all that is left of this base. A few Seeking Air Mines even just could not take down every one of my dragons. I think I literally lost one single dragon in this raid. Of course, my queen, my royal champion, and my balloons fell, but I think every one of my dragons, aside from just one, was still alive at the end of this raid, cleaning up this base nicely for the triple. And I six-packed. I was the only one to six-pack in this war. We came out swinging, and we had 6 triples to their 0. They doubled every single base. Kudos to them. I know it's hard to triple 13v13, but we brought our A game into this war, and we crushed it. Even if they tied us in stars, I don't think they would have the percentage. I mean, we killed it at 92%. So we had some high percentage 2 stars as well. Great job, guys, in Knights of Zion. I'm proud of you as your war general. Thank you for stepping up to bat and really coming out swinging. Well, guys, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you for tuning into this war recap. You were all amazing, and I'll see you in the next one.